Hello, everyone, and welcome to another match of the Super Metroid Item Randomizer League. We have two teams, Hylian SpaceJump Frogs against Tales of the Dreaded Metroid. What are your thoughts, Derp, on the matching between these two teams?
Well, I'm pretty excited. As usual, Hylian Space Jump Frogs is, of course, the team that contains one of the main tournament organizers in Tracy M. So naturally, I kind of have to say that they're going to win every match and also win the playoffs. So it's really just a question of how close will Tales of the Dreaded Metroid become. Because, clearly Cross Product and Ace Zero will be destroying the competition.
Clearly, yeah.
Not
I
really.
mean,
I think this is going to be a pretty close matchup. I've done a lot of silly randomizer stuff with Ace, and Cross Product, of course, if you don't know, does a lot of unique things, if you will. Very good at tricks like elevator crystal flashes and crystal flash clips, stuff that doesn't really come up all that often, but will definitely be useful in certain situations, especially in multi-world if he's waiting on an item from Ace. And meanwhile, Travatox and Skipsy are both also veterans of Randomizer, so we will see how this matchup goes. I think it's a pretty similar matchup in terms of execution, as Cross Product isn't able to get the D-boost up to Morph, so maybe I spoke too soon. But I think it's going to be an interesting race.
yeah, all these runners definitely have a lot of skill in the randomizers. Skipsy beat me in the SM Rat tournament. Traffic Talks also beat me in Vanilla tournament. So I think I've been beaten by all these runners. Cross product too.
Well, I'm proud to say that I still have a 100% win rate against Cross Product in official tournaments, but most of those were not randomized, so hard to say. And I think I have a 0% win rate against Ace in Rando in Alucard's Discord, so maybe
Yeah. Dorando's
we'll see what
that's
happens.
a special beast right there.
Oh, yeah. And he has definitely been doing a few of those, so once again, another runner who is going to be a lot more used to the funnier randomizers, for lack of a better word. So I think this is definitely a very good pairing for multi-world. There's a lot of adapting on the fly, and I think both of these runners are very good at it. And I believe
Yeah.
Travi and Skipsy are both also very good, so we will see. I think this is going to be a good race, like I said earlier.
Yeah, knowledge of like logic and randomizers, knowledge of obscure tech, being able to adapt, that helps so much in races like this. It's not always about skill and execution.
And just to clarify, this is major minor rando, so the majors are shuffled with other majors. So there's a lot of spaces where you won't necessarily see people check because it's a high concentration of minor items, such as Billy Mays, which somebody in chat said. Somebody in chat commented that nobody went to check it, and that would be why, just because it wouldn't be worth their time. Cross missed a missile on the pink door. Not like this. He's got some missiles behind him though from these bugs. Now, it looks like we are seeing gauntlet checks from everyone who's made it there, which is correct in the multi-world rando, because if you find the item at gauntlet is the item for your teammate, you can actually reset and your teammate will keep the item. So it's pretty much always worth it to go check this area as long as you have the capability to do it. One interesting thing to note, though, is actually that actually, never mind. I forgot how the teams were laid out. I was going to say both of the bottom players have power bombs, but that's just because it's the same seed, and so the same players will get power bombs. And speaking of which, you get to see the interaction that I was talking about. The
There you go.
runners both get charge beam for their teammates and get to reset.
Yeah, I think Trevi forgot to save those, so he'll have to also escape out of here.
Oh, that's rough.
Um, but yeah, that reset,
Oh,
like I guess if you could call it tech, definitely helps a lot in multi-world. Because you can really save a lot of the time of backtracking, things like that.
yep. Travi actually needs to be a little bit careful. He got grabbed by one of the yapping maws, so he got set pretty low. Luckily, they did find gravity suit at Terminator,
Yeah, he got
so
bailed out.
Ace and Travi are both chilling there. Unfortunately, aren't able to repay the favor as they just find a reserve tank.
You give me a gravity, I give you a trash tank.
You hate to see it. So that definitely opens up a lot of the map for the top runners. Of course, they still need power bombs to access Meridia, but once they find their power bombs or are gifted their power bombs, they are able to do that early if they so desire. And also just having the extra damage reduction from having gravity suit is always nice.
Yeah, so I have a question for you, Derp. If you had to choose, would you prefer to get Various Suit early or Gravity Suit early?
I mean, technically, I believe Various Suit early is just, I don't know if I want to say better, but it allows for more theoretically perfect routing, since ideally you want to do the entire map in one loop, so you'd want to do KRDP boss order in
Right.
these randomizers. But honestly, I think I prefer having Gravity Suit. I enjoy the segment. I enjoy the Meridia segment personally, even though that's maybe an unpopular opinion, especially among people who run more vanilla categories.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the area, and I think there's a lot of fun checks and fun strategies you can use. So I enjoy being able to go there early.
Gravity Suit was at Player Two's Terminator for the top players. And yeah, I think I would prefer to have Various Suit, to be honest, because having to go back into Norfair is really annoying in randomizers. I like doing like one clean single Norfair kind of route.
Yeah, like I said, Various Suit is probably objectively better per se, but like I said, I enjoy Gravity. I think it's a fun item, and it opens up a fun part of the map. And it looks like Ace has found his power bombs, and it looks like he's just going to go back and do all the checks in Pink Brinstar that he wasn't able to. So we're probably going to see Travi play pretty similarly. We'll see how much Ace actually goes to check. Obviously going to check the charge location and probably the wave gate. We'll see if he goes all the way back to Edekun's, though.
Yeah, I think since you miss out on those 3 early majors, probably is a good play. I don't know. Once you're out of Pink Brinstar, it's just kind of like, how do I put it? You don't really want to go back into Pink Brinstar once you've already gone through it once. It's kind of annoying. It takes a long time. So the sooner you can clear out Pink Brinstar, the better.
Yeah, you will see a higher level rando runners occasionally do the first 2 checks, go to charge and wavegate, but not go all the way back to Edekun's. Just because going on like a 2 or 3 minute detour for one item is not what you want to be doing. Especially since there's no guarantee that it's going to be a good item.
Right.
But it's definitely, obviously it can be a good item like charge or plasma. Or, in this case, since you need to find the suits for both runners. I don't know why Travi is checking the Spore Spawn supers here. But he's not getting the lineup. There he goes.
It is a minor. And it takes like, what, 25 seconds to go check this item, so it's a time sink.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't know all the timings. Does get rewarded with another power bomb pack, which isn't great, but it is nice to have more than 5 power bombs for his teammate. I guess He already had 10.
He had bombs
So
too. The bottom players. So
true.
it's. I think it would be for Turian. You know, if in case you don't find Ice Beam.
It also gives him enough to Crystal Flash, so that makes Upper Norfair a little bit safer and Lower Norfair a little bit more possible if it comes to it.
Yeah, that too.
And there's various suited Spazer for Ace Zero, so he's got
Wow.
both suits now.
Oh, an Ice Beam. Okay, well there you go.
Well, the Ice Beam is
Suitless.
for the bottom player, but
Yeah, at X-ray. So they didn't need that extra power run pack after all.
maybe not.
I
Does
think. Oh no, it's
sorry,
not.
I'll let you go.
Yeah. I was thinking they could do suitless Meridia, but they don't have high jump boots yet, so you
Yeah,
never
if
know.
they
It could
do
be nice.
find high jump, then that does open up suitless up to Botwoon, I believe is in logic. They can technically go further, but it's out of logic, so we'll see if they decide to do that.
Yeah, I think if you go that far, you might as well just commit, you know, instead of trying to find gravity suit.
So it looks like we did see Ace skip the Edikun E-Tank item, which happened to be an E-Tank, so it was the correct decision, but it's harder to know that, obviously. Whereas Travi went to go pick it up, so he is going to be a little bit behind Ace at the moment. I think, for my limited experience in multi-world rando, I generally prefer to check any item. So, like I said, you will see a lot of people skip the Edikuni tank in this situation, but I think it's a little bit worse of a play in multi-world because, obviously you can find go mode for both yourself and your teammate there, and so skipping that opportunity becomes a little bit scarier. But like I said, it makes sense that Ace opted to skip it since it is very slow. And it looks like this time he's not going to be punished, but remember that he doesn't have knowledge of what the item is, so it's possible that he ends up going back for it later in the search of go mode for him or cross product. Meanwhile, it gets Plasma Beam from Varia, so these top players are definitely doing a little bit better, getting a
Wow,
lot of
yeah.
key items.
Pretty much, yeah, I think at this point, almost the whole map is open. They just need speed or ice, and it'll be kind of half go mode, I guess you could call it.
Yep, still need ammo and or charge to defeat Ridley and Mother Brain, but they are able to traverse through the map safely without having any restrictions from lack of suits. And there's the other plasma beam. That's
There we go.
nice.
Oh, yeah, so since they have charged the bottom players, I think that's safe to say that they don't need any more ammo, so...
Yeah, the bottom players are doing well. They just need their Varian gravity suits, and they're in their go mode. You see Cross Product doing a little bit of a gamble here. Wasn't able to check Gauntlet earlier, so is going to do it now. And fortunately, it's just an E-Tank. Cross Product, he did save right before checking Gauntlet, and he is going to save Scum out of that.
Yeah, you think he's gonna go check Wreck Ship then? Is that the next play?
I would assume so. He does have a bit of an easier method for getting to Wreck Ship. He is able to do the horizontal bomb jump since he does have bombs. He also has grapple beam, so I don't know why I'm talking about that. So he does have easy access into Wreck Ship, and he's got plenty of energy, so he shouldn't have any trouble dealing with Fantoon. But there are some tricks in Wreck Ship that are a little bit tricky, such as getting to the Wreck Ship E-Tank without having high jump or gravity suit, that we'll see if he goes for or not. Looks like he is going to go to Wreck Ship. The other thing to note is that he can't actually check, or he can check the Wreck Ship reserve item. He can't get it without Speed Booster. So
Right.
if that happens to be a good item, like one of his suits or Charge Beam for his teammate, then he won't be able to get that yet, and he'll have to revisit the area. Unless he gets Speed Booster between now and then, of course. Looks like Ace is doing some Meridia action, actually. Didn't opt to go into Norfair. I don't think he opted to go to Kraid either. No, he did. He got both of the plasma beams. But after that, he actually just went straight into Meridia. Currently doing some gravity jumps to get up Mount Everest.
Yeah, there's less checks you can do in Meridia, so it could pay off, you know.
It could pay off, but I don't think he even checked high jump or ice, which is a little bit strange to me because those checks are fairly quick. Obviously, it does add a few more elevator transitions, but I think it's generally correct.
The only items he has access to are the sand pit and Mama Turtle, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have any way to get into Botwoon. He could actually no, he doesn't have ice beam. So yeah, he's just checking the sand pit, hoping it's going to be something good. Because I believe that the Mama Turtle item was just an E-tank. Also, Skipsy also making a little bit of an unfortunate decision. Wasn't able to check ice beam with the amount of energy that they had, so they only checked high jump in the beginning of Norfair, which happened to be their vanilla high jump boots, so nice vanilla thing there. We'll see what Skipsy decides to do here. They are taking the refill. We'll see if they're going up to Wreck Ship with cross product or if they're going to go back into Norfair. But they don't quite have enough energy for Hell Runs to be in Logic. When did they get Space Jump? Do you know?
Oh, I think that was at Kraid. Yeah.
No, Kraid was Plasma Beam, wasn't it?
Like vary location. I think cross product probably skipped it, so that's why they both went down into.
That is true. Cross
Kraid,
product.
Right?
No, cross product never went down to Kraid. I don't think.
Okay.
So that would make sense. Yeah, because Plasma Beam was what the top players found. They found both players Plasma Beams, so that would make sense that Skipsy found Space Jump.
Yeah.
Might have just found Space Jump and Screw Attack there, considering that's the item to have.
Screw Attack was at Spazer. Okay, yeah. His Spazer.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, going down into Kraid, it had a lot of majors, good items, but I guess no progression. Yeah.
Alright, and we're gonna see cross product save Scum the Wreck Ship E-Tank. He's going to have to do a bit of a tricky bomb jump in order to actually access the E-Tank. Or rather, in order to get through the sponge bathroom, this room right here. So he'll have to lay a bomb like right at the surface of the water and use that to bomb himself up onto the ledge. Gets a second try. Really nice from cross product.
That's a fun bomb jump to do.
Yeah, there's a few tricky bomb jumps like that. There's one in the left sandpit area, which is in Logic, I believe, for a couple of the randos later on. I don't know if it's in Logic for this one. But getting the left sandpit without gravity bomb jump. There's a couple other ways to do it, but the bomb jump is one way.
A bomb jump suitless. Interesting.
Well, because the water doesn't reach up all the way. Cross, unfortunately, just finds an E-tank for himself, so he is just going to reset that.
Yeah, I think suitless Norfair or suitless Meridia is probably the play here. Wreck Ship is 2 out of 4 items. 2 of the 4 items that Cross has checked has not been progression, so if there is progression, then there's a 50% chance he needed speed to get that item, so at this point, Wreck Ship is looking pretty unlikely.
Yeah, and of course, he doesn't know that, but high jump was at the high jump location, so he would actually have access to Botwoon, at least, in Suitless Meridia with the item loadout that he has. So that definitely was, or at least is looking like what the play is going to be for Cross. He is going to check the Wreck Ship reserve item, and we'll see if he finds anything good.
And it is...
Well, it's
Charge?
Spazer.
Oh, it's Spazer.
That's what
Couldn't really
I
tell.
think I saw. Either way, they both have plasma beams, so not too bad. Is not going to be an item they want to pick up.
Alright, so he's banking on the gravity suit. Blessed gravity suit.
Yep, of course, Skipsy doing the same thing. They just finished up their Fantoon fight. I didn't see how many rounds it was. I think it was a 4-round Doppler. Might have been less, though. Generally, if you're not super comfortable with chip first in vanilla categories, like any percent or low percent, just getting a 3-round Doppler is usually really good, and a 4-round is still pretty acceptable, especially in Rando. You're not super worried about losing a little bit of time in Fantoon.
Yeah, I mean, if you get good RNG, like, you're only losing, I think, 6 seconds at most.
Yeah, obviously, if you get 4 fast, you're still about on par with... You're probably faster than if you get, like, 2 slows. I haven't done the math on that, though, so don't quote me on
It'd be
it.
close.
And it looks like Gravity Suit was just an E-Tank for his buddy, so Wreck Ship was a bust. Unfortunately, Skipsy is also about to find that out.
Should have just committed to suitless, man.
Yeah, so I am interested to see what Cross Product does from here, though. He's going to go down into Upper Norfair, and he'll get his high jump boots, and we'll see if he actually continues into Norfair or just goes straight to Suitless Meridia from there.
Yeah, I think, yeah, for me, the play would probably be just to continue into Norfair, because at this point, he's only looking for his suit. Since the top players already has suits, like, he's not really in a rush to give them progression.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely the safer play. Remember, Cross also is going to pick up a Space Jump and Screw Attack before he makes it to Norfair. So that also might influence his decision a little bit, since that will allow him easier movement through Upper Norfair in Bubble Mountain.
Yeah.
Speaking of easier movement, we see Skipsy having a much easier time getting to this Wreck Ship E-Tank with that high jump and that space jump. So he's going to make up a little bit of time over Cross there, since they did pretty similar routes. But I think Cross Product is going to be a little bit ahead. Like, once he finishes up Kraid and Skipsy finishes up the Wreck Ship. Does need to be careful, though. These spikes still do a lot of damage, even if he has a lot of movement items. But yeah, in terms of the bottom runners, I believe Cross is a little bit ahead, just off of routing, since he isn't going back into Norfair twice, theoretically. We'll see if Skipsy goes back into Norfair as well, or if they go for Suitless Meridia. I think it's much more likely that Cross goes for Suitless Meridia, just because he's very comfortable with that. But it is possible. We'll see. Fortunately, Skipsy not getting this ceiling clip. You want to press R. It looks like that's the setup that Skipsy was using. You want to press R while you're still in the air. And he was pressing it while he was on the ground. And so he wasn't quite getting the displacement that allows him to clip through the ceiling there.
You mean L.
Was he? I didn't see which direction he was angling.
No, it's just a funny meme.
It wasn't that funny.
It's funny. Angle down is OP. Anyone who unbounds angle down isn't a pro gamer in my eyes.
True Behemoth, not a pro gamer.
Not a pro gamer.
We actually have synced Ranomizer fights on the top of the screen, and unfortunately, they're gonna get a reserve tank right away. Why does Ace have Screw Attack off?
Did he turn it off?
Yeah, he has it. I don't know why he turned it off.
Interesting.
Skipsy having a little bit of trouble getting out of the wreck ship reserve top area, just using bombs to bomb jump their way up. But yeah, bomb jumping from the ground is actually more tricky than bomb jumping from the air. I think anybody who is comfortable with IBJ can testify to that.
Testify.
Now testify! Yeah, Skipsy is going to be able to get out just fine. Okay, I'm being told Ace turned it off to get the D-boost to the Norfair Reserve, which makes sense. We actually have synced gate glitches. Different number of attempts for each runner, but they both got it at the same time, so that's kind of funny.
Let's go.
And of course, without speed booster or bombs, they are forced to do the reverse grapple escape in order to check the grapple item. And it is going to be their high jump boots.
Nice. So yeah, they could do lower Norfair now, I think, comfortably. They don't have to do the stupid high jump-less first room in the game.
True. We'll see if Ace or Travi decides to do that. And so Skipsy has finished up their wreck ship. Cross Product has picked up his high jump, and so we see Cross Product maybe in a better position to access the rest of the map. I don't know if he's checked ice yet. I assume he's going to be doing that right now. And then after ice, I think he's going to go into Meridia. I don't know if I agree with the call, but that's what I expect Cross to do.
Yeah. He does have access to more checks than Skipsy did. Or who was the one who went into Meridia early?
I believe that was Ace.
Okay, yeah. He does have access to like one more check than Ace did, but there's just so many more checks you could do in Meridia. Or sorry, there's a lot more checks you can do in Norfair
In Bubble Mountain.
than Meridia. Bubble Mountain, yeah, Karak too, so you never know. Oh, and there's the charge beam.
Yep, Cross gets to save scum out of that, and Ace gets that charge beam for free.
Well, it looks like they don't have to grab miners anymore.
Yep, that's really nice for Ace, actually, because he was headed straight to Lower Norfair anyways, and now he doesn't have to worry so much about his ammo. He already had enough super missiles for Ridley, but now he's even more comfortable.
Yep.
We see some nice running on the lava. So you actually don't lose as much speed in the lava without speed booster because it sets you to your initial speed value while you're in lava, and your initial speed value with speed booster is actually slower than your normal run speed. I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but the point is you run faster in lava without speed booster. And so Ace getting to use that to his benefit through the grapple room. I don't know what you want to call that. Also,
Which grapple room?
The one that connects Ranomizer to Lower Norfair.
Gotcha. I think that's the... It has a name, but yeah, I don't
It has a name. It connects to the Nutella refill. And I mean, really, that's the important one.
That's the one you need to remember. But yeah, Cross Product is doing Stulus Meridia, as expected.
As expected. Yep, unfortunately it doesn't have Spring Ball, which does make things a little bit more comfortable, in my opinion, than Ice Beam. You do have to freeze some of the enemies in pretty specific spots in order to make it up Main Street. He misses the grapple as well. That could have been bad, but luckily he realizes it in time.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna commit full suitless.
I wouldn't be surprised. He hasn't checked Mama Turtle yet, though. I'm surprised he didn't just go straight to that. Or maybe he is. And he gets his Varia suit
Oh,
from
wow.
Ace at the Screw Attack location, so maybe regretting his decision a little bit, but
Well, yeah, I
honestly,
feel like at this point I would definitely just commit, kill Dragon, and then go back down.
yeah, I mean, he's definitely capable of doing full suitless Meridia, so that Varia suit is just go mode for Cross. And Ace is
Yep.
already in, well, Ace isn't quite in go mode. He doesn't have a
Ice or
way,
speed, but yeah.
he doesn't have ice or speed or enough power bombs to CF clip.
Correct.
He also doesn't have bombs to CF clip, so that's not really a viable option anyways. So Cross is still going to be checking some items, but he is full go mode. His partner is one item from go mode, and so he's probably just going to jet through the seed, just checking the items that are convenient on his way. So Skipsy looks like he was not going to commit to Suitless Meridia, and luckily made the right choice by going down into Norfair. So now gets to do these checks much safer. And so we'll see what is at Bubble Mountain for the bottom runners, because Cross Product has not been there yet.
You see, guys, this is why you have angle down and angle up. Because cross product can't do the easy setup, so I think he has to do some weird turnaround thing to like shoot the Metroid. Just bound angle down. That's all you have to do, guys. It's not that hard.
It looks like he's just shooting a shot straight forward. So it doesn't look like Travi knows that he can't make this wall jump. You can't actually do it from inside the room either because you need Speed Booster, I believe. Or maybe you can and it's a different setup. I'm not totally sure. Doesn't look like he's getting enough height, though.
Oof.
I don't know if he can get
He's
out.
safe?
He doesn't have bombs. He doesn't have Spring Ball. He might just be stuck waiting for Skipsy to find something for him. Because he did not save recently at all. Yeah, you might as well just go fight GT while he waits. Get that extra minor item.
That's why you save, kids. Shiny Zenny remembered to save the game. In my opinion, it's very important to save the game. It's better that way.
Whenever I play the game, I use every save I can. It's better that way.
Yep.
Well, the good news is Skipsy has a lot of major items that they will be able to check. So as long as one of them is, you know, speed, bombs, space jump, I guess just those three. But as long as he finds one of those three, Travi can get out. But if not, it is going to be a massive time loss for him. And Wave Beam is nice, but not what he needs right now.
I wonder. Oh, you know what? I know what he could do. He could probably X-ray climb out here if he knew how to X-ray climb.
Can you get deep stuck in the door without speed, though?
You don't need deep stuck though. You just have to do like one-sided X-ray climbs all the way up, and then wiggle out.
I guess. It's possible. I don't think he is comfortable with that, but
It's slow, but yeah.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter if it's slow. What's slower is just not being able to get out. So if he can do it, then he would be doing it right now, I imagine.
Yeah, if I was in this situation and I didn't save, I think I would probably try to X-ray climb at this point.
Oh, well, Skipsy found his bombs. He's fine.
Nice. Saved.
There's nothing to worry about. See if he gets this nice double bomb jump out, as Ace has defeated Ridley with plenty of super missiles. Finds that Spazer for himself. Maybe not what he wanted since he already has plasma, but you know. So now he just needs a way to get into Botchwoon. And unfortunately for him, I think it's a lot more likely that Skipsy finds that item for Travitox than Cross Product finds it for him,
Yeah.
since Cross Product's currently go mode in the middle of Meridia without a suit.
Yeah, I mean, Ace also has a lot of checks to do, I think. He has not been in Wreck Ship. I don't think he's checked Bubble Mountain. He did check Croc, right? Yeah, he did.
I want to say Ace checked Bubble Mountain,
He
but I'm
did?
not
Okay.
100% sure.
Oh, he did, because Cross Product has his bombs. So, yeah.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
they're gone. So, yeah. I think there are a couple more checks that Ace can do, though.
Well,
So.
no, because it was Skipsy that found bombs for Travi. I'm not sure. I want to say Ace has checked Bubble Mountain. Maybe someone in chat can help us out.
Oh, yeah, I'm confusing the players now. I don't even
I
know
mean,
anymore.
it happens. Cross? Oh, I know what Cross is doing. Never mind. And, as you can see, he's damaging himself down to... I assume he's just going to take a hit from Dragon. That'll put him at 10.
There you go. Yeah. Strats.
The strats.
The strats.
So for those who don't know, right now, because he got picked up out of Crystal Flash, he has what's called a spike suit. And there you see, because he used that spike suit, what that does is just gives you, like when you have the shining spark from Speed Booster, where you're about to be able to use a shine spark, or rather, you're able to use a shine spark. He had that permanently, and since he used that and then got grabbed by Dragon, he now has a blue suit, which is like when you have the blue echoes using Speed Booster, so he can crouch at any time and use a shine spark. And so what he's going to do now is he's going to use the grapple beam to get out of Dragon's room and then use that blue suit to get him out of Precious room. First, going to check this. It's just X-ray. He has no need for that. So this grapple jump is a little bit tricky. Plus, it's technically on a timer since it does drain your health. Having Various Suit is a little bit nice, but it doesn't matter for Cross. He gets it first try. Now just has to line up with that block on the floor, and he is out of there. Really nice from Cross Product. Always nice to watch some optimal suitless Meridia. So it looks like Ace hasn't checked the reserve in Bubble Mountain, but he has checked Speed and Wave, because I believe he ran by both of those. Fortunately, this isn't going to give him what he wants, because we have seen Travi check it. So yeah, he is entirely... At least, if he's going to find it himself, it has to be in Wrecked Ship, I believe. Unless there's something I'm not thinking of, because all the other possible item checks... Well, no, that's not true. You can check X-ray.
Yeah, Cross still does have a lot of checks to do, so.
That is true. Unfortunately, Cross probably doesn't want to be checking items since he is Go mode, and he has finished Meridia suitless, but is going to have to help his buddy out.
Help your buddy out, man.
It looks like...
Check the sand pit?
I believe Skipsy just checked all of Bubble Mountain and Croc and didn't find speed or ice for Travi, so fortunately Cross is going to waste a bit of time doing that for Ace, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say they're kind of in the same boat, though, since neither of them have found Gravity Suit or Ice or Speed for the other players, so yeah.
And remember, this is based on the last person to finish, I believe. So I would still probably give the edge to Hylian SpaceJump frogs just because cross product has already finished Meridia and Skipsy still needs to do that. Since Bubble Mountain was such a waste, I think that puts Cross in a little bit of a better position, even though Cross is
Yeah,
also going to be checking Bubble Mountain.
Skipsy, yeah, is gonna have to do Sueless Meridia as well. So I think if we're just talking about routing wise, Cross probably has the edge.
Yep, Cross getting that nice space jump up to the item. I think I said earlier that you can do that with a bomb jump. I'm pretty sure I lied though. But regardless, cross product seeing it's just an E-tank and moving on.
Not checking Shack Tool, so yeah.
Can he
don't
check
know.
Shack Tool?
Oh wait, no, he can't. Can no? Maybe I don't even remember.
No, I think he can. It's actually technically in logic that you have to check Shack Tool without gravity. It's technically possible that that's where the gravity suit is, and if that's the case, then I think cross product is heavily favored to finish before Skipsy.
Oh, that's right. You need Spring Ball.
Oh, you need Spring Ball. Never mind. But it is still possible that they get given Spring Ball and gravity is there. It's possible that their Spring Ball is in their partner's wreck ship, which is where they're both headed at the moment. I believe Travatox, did he go down to Lower Norfair? I want to say he
Yeah.
did. Okay,
Yeah,
so he should have Ridley beaten, right?
I think so. I know that's how. Yeah, Traffic Talks got stuck in Screw. So
Yeah, so
feel
I
like
would
he
assume he's fought
should've.
Ridley by now.
Yeah,
I was just making
oh,
sure. Just calling out our tracker as usual.
as usual.
Shoutouts to Tracy, though, of course. You know, A, for doing tracking on this race. It's really hard to do tracking on a 4-man race, especially in multi-world, because you're finding things for other people, but also just for organizing the tournament in general. Tracy is the GOAT, if you will, of setting everything up. All right, so I believe we already know what's at Sandpit and Mama Turtle for the top runners from what Ace did. I believe they're just both E-tanks, actually. So we'll see if Travi decides to save Scum the Sandpit now, or just goes... Well, I guess he kind of has to, because he still doesn't have a way to get to Botwoon. It looks like he's not even going to bother. He's just going to dip out. I would presume he goes to X-Ray. I believe it's in logic with this much energy and both suits with high jump and bombs. I don't know exactly what puts X-Ray in logic without space jump or grapple, but I believe this is enough. Actually, do you need Ice Beam? I don't remember.
I do remember from previous leagues that you needed Ice Beam, but with this many E-tanks, I think he'll be fine.
Oh yeah, it's definitely very possible with this layout. Oh wait, he has Space Jump. When did he get that?
Wait, Travi has Space Jump? Oh,
Yep.
what? When did he get
well,
that?
X-Ray is definitely in logic then. Does Ace have Space Jump?
I don't think so.
Maybe Space Jump was somewhere in Upper Norfair then.
Oh, it was in Skipsy's Croc. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, it's just an E-tank at X-Ray, so it doesn't matter too much. Skipsy working on Ridley right now. That's that full beam combo with Charge Ice Wave Plasma, so that's a 20-shot Ridley. Pretty comfortable, especially for people who are comfortable with Old Route and or other vanilla categories that do a later Ridley.
Heck yeah.
Heck, not doing Old Route.
I agree. Hard agree. I think Travi's probably just gonna Crystal Flash Clip, huh?
He's
Good point.
setting up for it with power bomb selected, but he doesn't have full power bombs yet. He has 15 max, which is already really uncomfortable, and only has 13 at the moment. He's got some crabs he can farm on the way though, so those should hook him up.
Yeah. I think he's going for it. He
Yep,
has
sure looks
bombs,
like it.
which is nice.
He might also be checking Sandpit. What I assume is he'll check Sandpit, and then he will probably he'll save scum Sandpit, and then
Oh,
we'll probably
so
just go.
Cross just found Ace's speed at Firefly E-Tank. So Skipsy's gonna find Trevi's speed very quickly.
Okay. Oh, Travi doesn't save though, did he? I think he bypassed the save, which is going to be really unfortunate because he's going to have to walk all the way back up.
Rip.
That's all.
So yeah,
right,
I think they're all gonna be in go mode very quickly. This is gonna be a pretty close race now. I think if Travi can find Skipsy's gravity suit like soon, then that'll help him out a lot.
Yeah, that's once again the big difference is just cross product full clearing Meridia suitless, whereas Skipsy isn't. I mean, I don't think they're as comfortable. I mean, there's very few people who are as comfortable with suitless Meridia than cross product, right? So, not really a slight on Skipsy to say that they're not as comfortable as cross, but it is rough for them, for sure.
Yeah.
Does mean Travitox is probably going to have to check a lot of the wrecked ship areas as he gets that speed booster and turns right around. But we saw cross product, or not cross product. We saw. Wait, no, never mind. Ace hasn't checked much of Meridia either, so I guess it's possible that it could be a Meridia.
Ace did do that early check, checking Sandpit and Mama Turtle, I think. So basically, both the top runners and the bottom runners are kind of in the same boat. I think it's gonna be pretty close. Except, Cross did Dragon, obviously. So yeah.
Yeah, the top runners are close, but remember that it goes by the first team to finish, not the average time of the runners. And so cross product being ahead of Skipsy is the big issue here.
Definitely.
Yeah, for Tales of the Dredded Metroid to really have a chance here, Travi needs to find gravity, basically at Dragon or Botwoon.
Yep. I think Skipsy knows too that he basically has to go suitless, I think.
Yep. He's checked X-Ray already because he got grapple early. Sorry. So they don't have that open. Botwoon E-Tank's just an E-Tank. Yeah, this is looking rough for sure. Cross and Ace both in go mode. Cross with all the bosses down. Ace with one boss down, but a little bit closer. They're actually going to be finishing pretty close to each other, I think. Especially since Ace is going to have a faster Turian with Speed Booster. Well, that's not necessarily true because Cross is Ice. But they're going to be finishing pretty close to each other. So really well done from them, for sure. This is looking like they might, if they're fast enough. Actually, I don't know if Ace is going to quite be able to sub-hour.
I wonder what Skipsy's thinking, what check they have left.
They've checked X-Ray already, right? They might just be
Oh,
refilling.
it was a refill. Okay.
I'm not sure why Cross Product is checking items, and also not sure why he didn't pick up that E-Tank when he's pretty low, but either way, he's still pretty close to just being able to... I mean, he is able to just leave. I guess he was hoping to find, like, Speed Booster.
Yeah, and it's looking like Sueless Meridia is required. Gravity Suit is most likely in Skipsy's game somewhere.
Well, it could be in Wreck Ship. I don't think we've seen any Wreck Ship items from either of the top runners.
Did Ace not go? Well, what happened again? I thought Ace did check some of the Wreck Ship items. Maybe it could be in Wreck Ship. Yeah.
Did he? I don't remember. Okay, apparently he did right side supers, and then I believe he got given speed right after that, so he
That's
just
it.
failed.
Makes sense. Yeah, it could be in Trevi's Wreck Ship as well.
Yeah, and Trevi does have speed booster, just to clarify. So he has the other 3 items in logic, so it is possible that one of those is Skipsy's gravity.
Ooh, Skipsy killed the fish.
Why is Cross checking so many items?
Still made it though. Okay, interesting.
So strange to me that Cross is bothering with this, considering they're both, like I said, go mode here.
Go mode. Yeah. What are
I
they
mean,
checking?
I don't really know. I mean, he gave Ace Wave, which is nice, but I don't know. Ace has defeated Dragon, by the way, I believe.
Yep.
Don't know why they
Yeah,
would be bailing on Meridia otherwise. Skipsy having a little bit of trouble with the suitless Meridia. You want to freeze that fish as low as it can go, basically. Unfortunately, the more you miss it, the easier it actually becomes, because the fish will actually move slightly lower just because of how the oscillation works in this game. So that should be good. You want to do a crouch jump because that actually puts you 8 pixels in the air right after you jump. But luckily, I think Skipsy failed it a couple times, so the fish was in a low enough spot where they could actually just make the jump without crouching. This is another tricky jump that, personally, I find it easiest to just do a crouch jump.
Yeah, I think you have to crouch jump if you're not on the little corner to the left there.
Yeah, I don't know if Skipsy knows. Technically, morphing also gives you a little bit more height, but you get pretty much the same effect just by ledge grabbing. And unfortunately, Skipsy isn't quite making it with the ledge grab.
Yeah, do they not know how crouch jumps function?
I guess not. I don't think you get any extra jump height from running either. I don't know if Skipsy...
Underwater, like you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Skipsy's very comfortable with Suitless Meridia. It is actually coming up with a nice backup here with the crab. But I don't know if the crab's going to be in a good spot for them. Wait, no. Now they can't get back up. Oh, no.
Rip the suitless.
Rip the suitless. Yeah, I think they're just gonna have to reset the room from here.
You can actually wait for a crab to like come back up. I think it takes like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. This is rough. The good news is Skipsy will not be making this mistake again. Hopefully, they'll be able to learn from this a few different tricks for Suitless Meridia. Or a few different tricks that make it possible, rather. Such as
crouch jumps.
The crouch jump. So it's definitely a skill that you really need to know, especially for multi-world where you can get in the situation a lot easier. Trevi is going to right side supers right now, but he can't actually check it because of the robot. And if he clips into the robot, he will soft lock. Please don't try it. Please don't try it.
Wait a minute.
Did he save? Okay, he's... Okay.
There's a reason why Hundo doesn't grab that item before Fantoon.
Yeah, you can get it. Actually, you can't get it because it doesn't exist, and then you're
Yeah.
soft locked.
It doesn't exist, yeah. Same with the wreck ship E-Tank also. I was sad to find that out.
Yeah, so actually, none of the items exist except for the main shaft missile while wreck ship is off. Just something you would never find out in the vanilla game, but that's that spicy door rando knowledge coming at you live. It's never useful, but it is nifty, I guess.
Spicy.
Spicy.
So are you excited for Route Rando Week, Derp?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Route Rando is a little bit different because if the Route Rando works how I think it does, it's not necessarily randomizing the whole game and more just generating a string of rooms to go through, which is a little bit less exciting, but I think it does create a lot of unique scenarios, and I'm going to enjoy it. At least planning on running that week, but it's possible that I'm not able to. We'll see what happens. Are you gonna be in it, MGA?
Oh yeah, I'm doing Route Rando for sure. It's a lot of fun.
But yeah, I think generally for Route Rando, you wanna run the people on your team with the best execution in general. And obviously, I'm not trying to diss my teammates or your teammates, but I think you and I are both quite good at execution, so I don't think I'm racing you that week, or any week actually, but
No,
I think generally that's, if you care about things like that and not just playing for fun, then technically I think that's what you want to do for that week. But obviously I don't want to trash talk anyone except my teammates, because heck those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have experience with map completion, so I think it makes sense that I do Route Rando anyways, because I know every room.
Yeah, that's also another very valuable thing in Route Rando, is just knowing all the rooms and what you can do in them.
Yep. Oh, we have two Mother Brands going on right now.
Yeah, like I said,
On the
Cross and
same
Ace ended up finishing about the same time. Cross would have been a little bit faster. I don't know why he was checked all of Upper Bubble Mountain, but he did. He's also taking a few catch-up shots, but luckily he's got plenty of energy and a reserve, so not going to be too bad. Just needs to damage himself down to 3. Meanwhile, Ace, I believe, is going to be going for stand-up glitch. Does have X-ray, so that makes stand-up glitch a little bit less scary. You are able to get out of getting locked in a bad spot. You don't want to be wall jumping here. Well, I guess it worked out. But if you're wall jumping, if you're moving forward on the frame that you get locked in place, then you will get sent straight into Mother Brain and die.
Yeah, I've done that before. You just like
Generally,
slide right in there.
What I've been doing lately for stand-up glitch is just doing a single jump in place and timing it, because like there's a huge window. You just have to be in the air when the baby Metroid shows up on screen. So just timing a jump within like a second and a half is so much safer than what a lot of runners decide to do. So that's a nice little trick if you're learning stand-up glitch but are getting frustrated by making silly mistakes like that. That's what I would recommend personally. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Travitox found anything at the wreck ship E-tank, so Skipsy is still just waiting.
Yeah, I think at this point they're just gonna bank on finding gravity suit.
Skipsy gets to freestyle for a bit though, while he waits for Travitox to finish. Finish wreck ship rather. I mean, he's dancing. They're dancing. Well,
and it's a trash can.
I guess Travi probably checked the wreck ship reserve item and saw that it wasn't what Skipsy needed. So, I mean, the only other check that Travi can really make is waterway. So, I guess they're going straight there. And if Skipsy's progression is at Batoon tank, then it's rough. Well, no, what was that Batoon tank for cross? I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anything.
So I guess the progression has to be at waterway.
Yeah, if it's not suitless, then yeah. Did Cross check Mama Turtle and Sandpit? Or
Cross checked? I mean, I don't think so, actually.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I think he checked Sandpit. I don't think he checked Mama Turtle. Because he checked it after doing Dragon. It was an E-tank.
I remember that, yeah. And GG. Let's see. Ace finished with an official SRL time of 102.18, and Cross Product 30 seconds behind with an official SRL time of 102.43.
GG. It's definitely a very beneficial seed for Cross Product. Being able to do that full suitless did give their team a pretty massive edge. But they both played very well. So GG's to Ace and Cross Product. And their speed booster for
Skipsy.
Yeah, I don't know what that does.
So required suitless then.
Well, no, because now Skipsy can check waterway, which is what you see them doing.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought they checked.
Looks like they are just going to forfeit though, which it makes sense. To be honest, they're not going to be finishing for a while. Skipsy still needs to do all of Meridia, and there's no guarantee that they actually find gravity at waterway. It could be Spring Ball, and so forced to go to Mama Turtle or Shacktool.
Imagine gravity at Shacktool. Dang.
Yep, that's possible. So we will get to see where the gravity suit is in Ace and Cross's credits, I believe. I don't know exactly how it works, though, with multi-world.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of buggy. It doesn't show all the locations, so...
Guess we'll see if we see anything that we don't recognize at gravity suit.
Hello.
Hello.
Looks like we're joined by someone. Who could it be?
It's Cross Product.
Yo, GG, Cross Product and Ace Zero. Congratulations on the win. How you feeling after that one?
Confused.
Fair.
Thanks, GG.
Oh, I see our opponents didn't find Ace's Ice Beam either. I was afraid it'd be at Mama Turtle or something.
No, yeah, that
Yeah,
was
not sure.
that was definitely a ballsy play there to go commit to full suitless and then not check all the items. But...
Yeah, especially I'm halfway in, but I think I just finished Bot Twin and I got Varius. Or no, it was before I even got to Bot Twin. I'm like, I got Varia, and I can just full clear Norfair instead. But like, the last thing you want to do is do Suitless Meridia twice. So like, I'll just finish it up now. So I'm guessing. Wow. So they didn't find Spring Ball for Skipsy either, huh? Which would have been a little nicer. Is anybody watching the credits and see where
somebody in chat said that there was Spring Ball at Skipsy's Waterway, so they probably had Gravity at Shaktual, which is pretty rough. This was definitely a suitless Meridia angle.
If they did Skipsy get to Mama Turtle? Because I didn't check.
No, they weren't able to get through. They weren't able to get through Main Street.
Yeah, I felt really good about my Main Street. The crab at the very top that clings to the sidewall. I was a little late on hitting. I was super careful to shoot. Since I had plasma ice, super careful to hit stuff while they were close to the wall. And yeah, fortunately I didn't have wave beam, so I didn't really have to focus too hard on missing the double hits.
Yeah, one thing I do have to ask Cross Product, why did you check like all of Upper Bubble Mountain while you were in go mode? I don't know what the logic was there.
Well, Ace and I figured that I was going to finish ahead of him unless I found his Ice Beam. So in order to minimize the team time, I finished 30 seconds behind. I found his Wave Beam, which sped him up a little bit, but really I was looking for Ice Beam for Ace. Because if I had gone straight to Torian, I probably would have finished a minute or two ahead with Ace still having to finish up Dragon and powerbomb all the Metroids.
Yeah, and honestly, even getting Wave Beam like sped up my Mother Brain a little bit. Like it might have been worth the overall time. Like I might have taken more than 30 seconds. I don't know how much time that saved exactly, but it saved
theoretically, it saves about 6 seconds plus lag.
Okay.
But that's if your charge shots are perfect.
Yeah, so probably like 8 to 10 seconds. All right, glad to at least hear your reasoning on it. It makes a lot more sense now. I'm not super used to multi-world, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and you always have to strategize differently with the goal in mind. Like, is it first to finish? Is it second to finish? Is it average? And we're doing second to finish. So anytime a player is in the clear lead on the team, then that player should be looking for anything to speed up the player behind them.
Yeah, and it was kind of hard for us to tell when we found my speed booster, which was like the official go mode for our team, like who was ahead actually. Because I thought Cross was further ahead than that even at the time, but
I still had to defeat Ridley.
But yeah,
I picked the fire.
I underestimated how long that took to do.
All right. So, any other comments you have? How you feel about that race and the league in general?
League's fun. Shout outs to Tracy and the other tournament organizers, league organizers, and all the speed gaming staff, of course, and volunteers. Make sure you give some love to our commentators, Derp and Mr. Guy Average. And I'm glad that I've run RBO more than once. And I took a safety save before Dragon, but I felt pretty good about it. I felt really good when I found the other Powerbomb pack right before fighting Dragon, just in case. Like, there's a 1 in 32 chance Dragon just refuses to let you get a blue suit off of him in that situation. So having the extra Powerbombs helped. A little bit of a slap in the face getting X-Ray behind him, to be perfectly honest. Could have X-Ray climbed out instead. But, oh well.
Yeah, I guess he went pretty well. I had some issues early on myself, like execution, and I'm glad we didn't get burned by the things that I like wasn't able to do. Like the damage boost to Crossbow Mountain is something like that just never comes up for me, and I don't have practice at. So like I tried it once, then when I failed, I was just like, well, not checking Norfair Reserve for a while. And same with the like X-ray. Like I had an opportunity to do it early with the damage boost, but again, like didn't really feel comfortable. So luckily that wasn't anything big. Or maybe it was. Did they check X-ray their traffic talks?
I believe he did.
With speed high jump, you
Tank.
could have actually just gotten up there with a normal jump.
Well, but by that time, that's when I went by it the third time we were in go mode, and it was like definitely too slow. Because that's when I finally felt comfortable on my third pass. Because I went down past it, then up past it, then down again. Oh, it was SpaceJump. Dang. Well, it would have been worth it early for sure, but not at that point. It was hard to read the logic of where the how we were expected to get out of screw attack, because that's where Cross's Varia was, but I didn't have anything to get out at the time, which was really interesting to find progression there with no escape, so I had to reset.
Yeah, that actually happened to Travi. He actually got trapped down in screw attack and had to wait for Skipsy to get bombs up Bubble Mountain, I believe, so he could get out.
I'm glad I saved then, up at the top. I wasn't even thinking about that when I saved too. I was just thinking, if it's nothing, it'll be a little bit faster to reset than to backtrack, not even realizing I couldn't get out if I wanted to.
Alright, so I believe that is going to do it for us, unless any of y'all have anything else to say.
No, thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for watching. GG's to our opponents again.
Alright, so give a big shout out to Cross and Ace Zero, and of course Travi and Skipsy. You can see all of their Twitch pages linked in the chat. Be sure to give them a follow, as well as me and MGA for doing commentary, and of course Tracy for doing the tracking. It's definitely real hard to do solo tracking on a multi-world race, but I think that they did a great job. And so we got plenty more races going on. I believe there's a race going on right now that started at 4 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what channel it's on, but if you're following all the speed gaming channels, then go ahead and check those out, because if you hurry, then you might be able to check most of the race. So that'll do it for us. GG's, and we'll see you next time.